But now I'll rise above you.
Swazdula, you toxoplasma Gandhi infested snails, how the hell are ya? Whoo, that was a mouthful. Alright guys, first off, quick disclaimer, if I sound a little bit quiet in this recording, then that's simply because my baby son decided to have a nap time during a recording session. So I may not be as loud as I usually am, so forgive me. But anyways, the new war is around the corner, right? Now, I went ahead and looked at a bunch of images and some stuff, and I started catching a few glimpses of some things that got me thinking, hold on a minute, is the new war going to be an open world, yes or no? Now, so far, of course, DE being as hush-hush as they like to be with large updates, we know pretty much nothing about what to expect. The only thing that we have that is fairly solid is the 30-minute roughly gameplay where you play as a Grineer unit, a Corpus unit, and as Teshin, and a couple of teaser trailers here and there. But the question is it possible that the new war might still be an open world? Will it introduce a new open world, or maybe not at all? Well, I can tell you that there is some concept art out there that gives us a hint that maybe it will be an open world, which is a little bit scary because, I mean, hands up, who needs another open world? That's what I thought, but let's go over why I'm pretty sure that it is not going to be an open world and what we can definitely expect. Well, definitely with a grain of salt because, I mean, it's possible that we might be surprised. All this is just pure speculation based off of some information and some facts that we do know. This is in no way, shape, or form anything leaked or data mined or anything that I happen to know for certain. But I'm pretty sure that we can expect some kind of a Plague Star type of invasion. Does any of you guys remember when Plague Star was first introduced into the game while they were live on a dev stream? I think it was a dev stream, or was it a TennoCon already? I don't remember, but it was live in any case. They actually had a meteor hit the plains of Eidolon, and that meteor is what brought the Hematite and, well, the infestation to the plains. It was pretty cool. It was the first time that they ever attempted an event such as that. Side note, I don't know why they don't introduce the Plague Star like that the same way again, especially for the new players, but whatever. Anyways, it was a live event where you could see this meteor hit the plains of Eidolon, and boom, there you go, Plague Star reasoning and why it happened and how it came to be and where did that big, huge infested blob in the middle of the plains come from, right? I'm pretty sure that the new war is going to be pretty much exactly that kind of shtick. First of all, you can see footage of that from the first time that they revealed the new war 2 years ago at TennoCon 2019. You know, that year where they said they were going to release it in December. That didn't age very well now, did it? That aside, though, in that footage, and of course in newer footage today, you can catch glimpses of the entire new war taking place on the plains. First of all, there's a small scene where you can actually see the gates to Cetus right in the background, so that's definitely a 100% giveaway right there. You can also follow the ship of Kal when it got shot down by the Sentient Orphix thing and crash landed. You can actually locate pretty much where that is exactly on the plains, which would be right here. So we're pretty sure, just based off of this footage alone and these clips alone, that we're going to have some kind of an invasion, some kind of intrusion upon the plains of Eidolon, right? And that is going to be where part of the gameplay is going to play. But that's not where it ends. See, we already know that more or less thanks to, well, for my brothers Carl, right? And that gameplay. But we also got gameplay of a Corpus unit that was on a Corpus ship in outer space. Now, speaking of outer space, I think it was in the 2019 teaser trailer for the new war, where you could see a short moment where the Tenno railjack is flying toward Era's ship, I suppose. And there are a bunch of Sanctions all over the place, but there are also some Grineer ships there as well, and I think maybe even Corpus in the background as well. What that tells me is it doesn't look like everyone is fighting amongst themselves, but rather that everybody is allied against the Sentient force, which would make sense because the new war is a threat to everyone that isn't Sentient, right? So what I'm thinking that might mean is that we might get a new tile for railjack, because think about it. All this time, DE could have been spending, well, actually just making the quest. What was DE super focused on? Railjack. We know that railjack is some kind of an essential part of the new war as well, according to some dev streams and some mentions here and there, right? So if it's so important and so crucial and to create that space, then is it crazy to assume that potentially we're going to get a new railjack area, maybe a whole new planet with new nodes, or maybe a semi-open world type of railjack deal? Who knows? I don't know. But here's the thing that throws me off a little bit. As this image right here, this image was shared by Warframe themselves on Twitter, along with 3 others that I'll also show you right now. But this one here in particular, if you take a look at this, what doesn't this remind you of a place that should be all too familiar for most of you? Now, if you're thinking, yeah, it does look kind of like an Orokin Fortuna a little bit. Well, you'd be spot on, because if you take a very close look, there's water in the middle. To the left, there's that ramp that's exactly the same way in Fortuna. And you can tell if you look at the video clip as well, because this particular room is also in a clip. You can see it with the camera panning down from the top, right where you would land when entering Fortuna, right? So it makes me wonder, why is there an Orokin version of Fortuna in the new war? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Well, what if it's a hub for the open world, if there is one, let's say, right? This is what got me thinking. It's like, okay, hold on now. Wait a minute. If this is our hub, then it's copy-paste Fortuna, just with different skins, and that would add up. That's pretty much the way things go down, right? I mean, it's work efficient, so not even a diss at this point, but, you know, it would fall in line with the way DE often works with things, right? And just like Fortuna, this may be a hub to some other area, right? But then, does that alone mean that we have an open world coming along with the new war? No, of course not. This could also just be some random room. Keep in mind, this is concept art. This does not mean anything. None of this needs to be implemented into the game exactly identically as it is shown here. But it gives you a hint as to, you know, what you might be able to expect, or what DE is kind of looking for. And then there's this image, and this is clearly the plains. You can actually see the gates of Cetus on the right side, like slightly off to the right. You could see that there, so that's different. That's definitely not a new open world. But then there's this place here. Where the hell is this? You know what I mean? This is like, where the hell is this place? Is this maybe inside the Orokin Tower? Because the tower is also shown in a bunch of these clips, and seems like maybe, perhaps, you know, the Tower of the Unum, maybe perhaps we'll be able to somehow interact with it, or even enter it, or maybe a Unum Tower somewhere else is going to play some kind of a role. We also have this clip here that shows somewhere that looks very much like the plains of Eidolon, only it isn't. I couldn't locate this place. I don't know where the hell this is supposed to be. Maybe it's some kind of like one of the cave system tiles or something. Maybe, I'm not sure. But in any case, it makes me wonder: is this maybe a hint for an open world? Yes or no? It might be. I honestly, my feeling at the moment is I don't think so. I mean, we've all been at this point before. Is the next update going to bring another open world, right? If at the earliest, it was the last time DE introduced an open world that we also weren't very thrilled about because, you know, they had a track record of copy-pasting the same tedious grinds that they had in the previous open worlds that nobody really liked, right? So why would they do it a fourth time now? Well, it's DE, so they might, but I really don't think so, because would another open world really make sense? And if so, where would it be? And if some of these concept arts and short clips are an actual hint toward a new open world somewhere, maybe a smaller one the size of Deimos, for example, then how the hell is it so mashed up? How is one of them looking like it's an open world from Earth somewhere in the forest, and another one looks like a desolate wasteland, and yet another one looks like it might be inside a Norcan tower? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that we have enough concrete leads to assume with any solid facts that we're getting an open world. But what we do know for a fact is that it is definitely going to be some kind of an invasion or intrusion that will alter the look of the plains of Eidolon. That is for sure. We also know for sure that a great deal of this new war is going to take part in outer space, and I'm 100% certain, actually we know this for a fact anyways too, that we're going to enter the Sentient Mothership. Maybe some of these pictures are inside the Sentient Mothership, perhaps some kind of like simulated areas or whatever, I don't know. But do we have to fear another open world? I don't think so, but I mean, seeing a Roken style Fortuna is making me kind of nervous, you know what I mean? It's making me a little bit nervous, fam. What do you guys think? Do you think that we're going to get a new open world? If not now, then maybe after, maybe with the Deviri Paradox? What do you think? Or do you think that this is going to be, you know, just an invasion kind of thing, kind of like the Plague Star? Is it going to leave anything of substance in the game, or will it just be the gameplay? Because so far, we've had every single major update bring something new and refreshing to the game that stayed forever. Right now, we have no idea if that's going to be the case for the new war, though, so let me know what your thoughts are. What do you guys think? Would you like to see a new war open world, or would you hate it? Do you think we're going to get it? Yes or no? I'd like to know your thoughts. Leave those in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this shitty channel. Also, smash that stupid bell button because it's necessary, because YouTube thinks that subbing twice is somehow the way to go, man. I didn't make up these rules, okay? It's just what it is. I heard that bell button makes you sleep well at night. Alright, that's it. Well, have a good day, guys. Don't forget to fuck off.